Now, New York Times #1 best-selling author Rick Riordan is back with another book from his world of Percy Jackson. This time around, he's collaborating with award-winning young adult author Mark Oshiro to deliver an action-packed story that you will not want to put down. And this morning, I get to chat with the all-star collab. Rick, Mark, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, and after butts. We love that.
You know, we try to keep it interesting here on Everyday Northwest.
Doing it right.
Now, Rick, why did you want to collab with Mark on this adventure story?
So The Sun and the Star is set in Percy Jackson's world, but it is a standalone adventure featuring Nico Di Angelo, the son of Hades, one of the fans' favorite characters, and his boyfriend, Will Solus, son of Apollo. The fans have been asking for this book for years, but a story about two young gay men, I didn't really feel qualified to write on my own and give it the kind of nuance and depth and understanding and empathy that it required and deserved. And so I was very lucky that one of my favorite authors, Mark Oshiro, was available to help and collaborate on the novel. And they brought such a perspective and richness to the book.
I love that. I think that that is so, so important. Mark, tell me how that felt to have Rick reach out and know that he needed your perspective to make this story come alive and to tell it the correct way.
Right. Well, I mean, first of all, it was flattering. And to even have, I remember on the first call that we had about this, and Rick saying, oh, you know, I'm such a fan of your work. I'm like, you know who I am, and you know I've written any words at all, period. But, you know, and I would say this was represented throughout the experience, too, was that everyone cared very much about what I was able to contribute to this book. They wanted me to be authentic. They wanted me to be honest about these characters. I, in particular, have loved Nico Di Angelo for years. So to get to write this young queer character who's also had this very challenging, difficult childhood is something that I relate to. And I got to talk about what that experience is like. And so it's just, it has been such a magical experience.
Yeah, and Rick, the book comes out soon, so all of us are wondering where this adventure is going to take us. Can you give any kind of little sneak peek?
It's going to take you down into the depths of Tartarus, the most dangerous, interesting place in all of the underworld. It's not going to be always a fun journey, but I think it will be worth going on, exciting, and sometimes even funny.
Ooh, okay, we like that. And you know, I really am curious to know, you guys collaborating together, did you literally just write it together, or were you going off of each other, you know, with sections? Tell me how the collaboration worked.
So we largely did it as a whole thing each time. So Rick wrote the initial outline, then I got the outline, I got to edit it and suggest like, oh, what if we do this? What if we add this character? And once we had an outline that we were both very certain, like, okay, this is it. So I wrote the first draft, Rick wrote the second, and that's sort of how the communication happened. It was very exciting because I would get drafts back and there'd be whole new sections, all these new jokes. We would talk to each other through the notes. And so even though the whole thing was written at a distance, it still felt very personal, and we had a lot of really wonderful conversations about how we were going to be able to pull this off.
I love that. It sounds like it was a fun time, too. Like you said, even though it was written at a distance, it seems like you guys were able to come together and really give us some good stuff. I know that we're going to enjoy it. Really quick, before I let you go, can you give me one word to make people run out and buy this book as soon as it's released?
Drama.
Ooh.
So much drama.
Ooh, you know we like that.
Epic. I'm going to say epic. It feels epic by the time you get to that last
together
page.
And say epic drama.
There we go.
You got it.
I love it. Thank you so much, fellas, for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.